evening, everybody. I'm coming to you live from the city center, Bay Street to be exact. I'm Desmond Saunders coming to you live from Bay Street, the site for the 32nd SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. The seats are filling up fast. Enthusiasm is definitely building. 21 schools participating in this year's parade. We've got the preschool category, the primary school category, the senior category, all-age school category. We've even got a fun group. We've even got a community group. So this is all about excitement, folks. And tonight's event showcases the ingenuity and creative talent of our young people. Melissa Knowles joining us on our broadcast. We've been here from 6 o'clock.
Yes,
a number of groups have already performed in the preschool category, in the primary school category. Listen, forget the major groups. Forget the saxes. Forget the volleyboys. No disrespect, but it's all about the little ones here tonight.
Definitely. And so, you know, it's different for me being here. But, you know, like we were talking about earlier, listen, same thing straight across the board, the excitement and the love for the music and just the overall love for Junkanoo. Now, of course, we were just looking at Don Cornelius. Well, I saw Don Cornelius. I don't know if you did, but I'm excited about what's to come. I'm excited about what I saw so far. And, of course, we had a number of the primary school and preschoolers that went by. And they're really getting into this whole Junkanoo thing, call it Junkanoo thing, right?
Yes.
So they want to beat the drums. They want to ring those bells. And now you even see like their own section of scrapers, right? So we're really coming into this, and it means, Desmond, that we are successfully passing on our culture to the little ones.
Well, if you look back 20 years ago, or more than 20 years ago, that was the whole aim of getting our young people involved in the culture and Junkanoo and our heritage.
Yes.
What are we going to do, Melissa? Send it down to Bay Street. Discovery Learning.
Yes.
We've just got to see what's up their sleeves. Discovery Learning on Bay Street live for the 32nd Annual Junior Junkanoo Parade live over the ZNS Television Network. piece by Lyford Cay. You want me to go up first? Okay. Back up. Back up. Who's on right now, Tony? Okay, you let me know. All right, let me know. This is definitely the best show in the house. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders coming to you live. Bay Street, the 32nd annual ESSO Junior Junkanoo Parade. On the scene right now, Discovery Learning Center, Discovery Learning and Development Center. Their theme, Pirates of the Bahamas. This show are bringing their vibrancy and color to Bay Street. We've got a short piece from the Lyford Cay International School. Always a pleasure to see them perform during the Junior Junkanoo Parade. Let's go to that piece and highlight the Lyford Cay International School. That was supposed to be, right? Apparently we don't have that piece right now for you, but we're definitely going to highlight Lyford Cay School. As a matter of fact, in just a few minutes, they're going to be performing on Bay Street for this 32nd annual ESSO Junior Junkanoo Parade. The site is definitely lit. A number of seats are filling up. Ticket sales are great. As a matter of fact, we will hear from the Minister of Culture, and she will talk more about that. But hey, this is definitely the best show in the house tonight. We're focusing on the talent and creative ability of our young people, and that's what Junior Junkanoo is all about. More than 21 years ago, the focus has been to transition and pass on this great culture and this great legacy on to the youth of our nation. We're going to send it back on Bay Street as we continue our live show here tonight for the 32nd annual ESSO Junior Junkanoo Parade. Street is definitely alive. The 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. If you can see the images on your screen, Lyford Cay School with a tribute to video games past and present. Right now, we're going to introduce the Bimini Island Junior Junkanoo all-age school. Their theme, Bimini Under the Sea. The island of Bimini, the gateway to the Bahamas. Lovely and unique. Let's see Bimini showcase their theme here this evening.
Time in the Junior Junkanoo Parade, they was laying low. They're laying low tonight. I present to you Bimini Under the Sea. It came 67 strong, ladies and gentlemen, showcasing the wonderful gems of Bimini. Ladies and gentlemen, first time in Preston Albury, Junior Junkanoo, Bimini Under the Sea.
Bimini All-Age School with Gems of Bimini, Bimini Under the Sea. A great performance by the Bimini All-Age School. Joining me on the broadcast this evening, Henry Higgins. He's the National Junior Junkanoo Coordinator. Glad to have you on our broadcast this evening.
Good to be here, Desmond, and good evening, Bahamas.
How are things going so far?
Oh, the parade is going very well. It's flowing smoothly, and our groups are getting on time, and they're moving within a good pace, so the parade is going very well.
Great showing, as you can tell. I mean, the seats are literally filled up here.
Yes, we have done a lot of advertising along with our Soul Petroleum, our partners, and we've done a lot of advertising and promotion. But one thing I know about Bahamas, they love to support our children, and we have a great example of that
I see that Bimini District School, or the Bimini All-Age School, this is their first performance on Bay Street.
Yes, this is their first time. They've done extremely well for their first time, and so we're excited that they came. We also have some other family island schools, which we'll see a little later, and they both to give an exciting parade.
All right, Henry Higgins, we're going to be talking with you some more, but we're going to get some more of the sights and sounds of the talent of our young people. That's what Junior Junkanoo is all about. It has evolved into just a spectacular showing. And good luck and good hopes for all of you guys putting this all together. So what we're going to do, go down and sit on Bay Street for more performance here. The 32nd Junior Junkanoo Parade, sponsored by Esso. fantastic live coverage of the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. We're coming back in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to live coverage of the 32nd SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. I tell you, this is the best show in the house. Enthusiasm is definitely here. A number of kids are here, parents are here, students are here, Junkanoos are here. This is the best show in the Bahamas right here tonight, and we're so glad to have you with us. Just a few minutes, we saw performances from some very colorful, great schools in the primary category, preschool category. They had some fun groups. They had some community groups. And in just a few minutes, the Mangrove Cay High School will be participating, and we'll highlight the work of the Mangrove Cay High School participating in this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. Bimini made their performance showcased earlier, just a few minutes ago, and they've never participated in a Junior Junkanoo before, so they're all excited, and great performance there by Bimini. I have the pleasure of introducing the Minister of Youth, Culture, the Honorable Nanisha Rhodes. Thank you for joining on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
And I know you're so excited because this is a great show, a great event that you guys put on every year. And so far, so good. Smooth sailing so far.
Absolutely, and it's been 32 years and going strong, and I'm very excited, and it's to be commended, the support of the parents and the schools and the teachers and all who are out here today to support our young people in a showcase, a bold showcase, I say, of our Bahamian culture and an integral part of it, which is Junkanoo.
I don't see a number of senior schools participating this year. What's going on with that?
Well, the senior schools this year, we had a strong number last year. I have been told that they've indicated that it is likely that they would participate every other year. I believe this year, more than anything, the passage of Hurricane Dorian and a lot of the issues that they've had to deal with and taking on more students and they've lost a number of instruction days. And so trying to, come up to power and still meet the deadlines of the examinations and ensure that the children do well. I think that would have impacted their ability to perform. But nevertheless, as you see from the display here, their heart is with us. There is a wide spectrum of students, parents, teachers. Everyone is here. Minister of Education is here. So the support is here. And we're very thankful to those who have been able to make the sacrifice and to participate, because this is a strong part of our heritage, and it must be preserved, and it is preserved in this type of way.
That's right. $400,000 to be exact is the figure to put this, the costs of this year's parade, to put it all together. But you've had good corporate citizens like SO and some other groups participating and helping out, which is good. What efforts are being made to carry out or implement Junior Junkanoo or Junkanoo in the school curriculum?
Well, a cultural committee has been formed for about 2 years now, is my information. They've been formed to discuss ways that we can go about including the art of Junkanoo in the curriculum of the Ministry of Education, and by extension, it's the various schools. Notably, the Lyford Cay school that is participating this year, they have it, for my information, they have it as a part of their curriculum. And so I think it is something that is already established and we can follow, and we can look into that. And certainly we look to have those conversations, because not only participating in the parade, but learning the importance of it, the teamwork that goes along with it, the history to be gained from it. It's all very important to the educational sort of curriculum and the educational learning of the children. So this is very important for the children to learn not only the academics strictly, but also how do we build social skills in a way that's Bahamian? How do we build teamwork in a way that's Bahamian? How do we remember what our ancestors did to celebrate and to relax themselves and to just enjoy life and be content with what they have? This is what Junkanoo does for us. It's just allowing us to be who we are.
Certainly those skills are very, very important to a child's development. Teamwork, camaraderie, the intricacies of putting a costume together.
Absolutely.
Many people don't understand. I've had an opportunity to go in some of the schools in preparation for this broadcast and to see the work of those students. My goodness, it is just amazing. You guys have actually made sure that all of the rules and the processes and protocols were enforced,
Yes.
which is very, very good. You know, some of us young adults, we don't understand rules, but you made sure that all of the rules and the processes were carried into the school system, which is commendable.
Thank you very much. I have a good team, and the coordination of Junior Junkanoo is led by Mr. Henry Higgins, and the director, of course, Ms. Rowena Poitier Sutherland, and I can tell you that they are a stickler for the rules of Junkanoo and to make sure that we pass it on the right way, that we do it the right way, and so I've come to respect them for that, and it's very important for us to, as you would have indicated earlier, tie this to the educational curriculum, the civic curriculum, so that the work of these children today will be remembered for the children and the generations of tomorrow.
That's right, and so what we're going to do is send it down to Bay Street, City Center for this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. Mangrove Cay High School taking center stage. The theme, Pirates Invade Andros. The golden age of piracy lasted for 30 years, and so the theme for Mangrove Cay District, they will captivate the minds and imagination of all to see this year, focus the aspects of Bahamian history. They will depict Pirates Invade Andros. Let's see those guys perform. Mangrove Cay Senior High School, highlights of Bahamian history, Paris Invade Andros. I mean, a show-stopping performance there. They've got everybody on their feet here at Bay Street during the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. We've got Keith Glinton here, but he's going to be joining us in just a few minutes. What I want to do right now is go to Melissa Knowles. She's been capturing the sights, the sounds all evening. And Melissa, where are you? What's your vantage point? What can you tell us?
I am in Roslyn Square and, of course, Mangrove Cay just passed through, and they were a crowd pleaser. As a matter of fact, we had people in the crowd shouting, please bring them back again. Let's just have an instant replay. But I found this lovely couple right here, right here in front. So we have Tessa, we have Cecilia. Good evening to you guys. These are the Coopers. Good evening. How you doing?
Well, this is exciting.
Awesome.
It's amazing talent. I'm good tonight.
So listen, tell me what you think of the parade so far, and tell me your favorites.
Oh, wow.
I love that music from Andros. Bimini put on a good show. Lyford Cay had an all-around performance. I think it took the crowd perhaps by surprise, but they were simply off the chain. But number one music definitely go to Andros. I love them, and you know I'm pulling for the Family Islands.
Judge number one. This is judge number one. You're judge number two. Tell me what you say.
Andros had the music. The music was awesome. Lyford Cay was pretty, and they caught us by surprise. Everybody stood up.
So everybody's saying Andros.
One-on-one preschool was amazing too tonight. One-on-one, very impressive.
So how you guys enjoying the parade so far?
It's going really good. This is an expression of Bahamian culture. It's fantastic. The future of Junkanoo looks bright here tonight, from the preschoolers at 1-on-1 and 2x2 to the high schoolers. You know, this is just awesome. I look forward to them growing up into the program and being on Bay Street at Boxing Day. From the looks of some of these groups, I think they can actually take on some of the groups at Boxing Day or certainly New Year's Day. So Valley and Saxons, I want them to know that they got competition coming.
Okay, maybe just the Saxons. Maybe just the Saxons. We can check that out when we come back, because maybe it's just the Saxons, right? Yeah. So there you have it, right? So maybe these primary schools and the senior high schools are giving the bigger groups some competition. We're broadcasting live. It's all about the Junior Junkanoo Parade. If you are trying to get here and get a piece of the action, listen, we still welcome you. We still have a few more schools to go. But, of course, we want to welcome everyone that's joining us. We're live on television. Of course, we're streaming. And also, we have our radio audience who's with us as well. So welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us. And, of course, it's back to you, Desmond.
Thank you very much, Melissa Knowles, capturing the sights and sounds of this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. It's definitely lit on Bay Street. And the Mangrove Cay High School show-stopping performance. Hopefully we'll have some more performances like the Mangrove Cay High School. Their theme, highlights of Bahamian history. Pirates invade Andros. Keith Clinton, he's a regional manager of Soul Petroleum. He's joining me live on the broadcast this evening. All excited and enthusiastic.
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, we're so privileged to have been there from year one. 32 years later, to see what Junior Junkanoo has become is just amazing. You know, we are so proud to be able to be a part of this incredible thing. And you know, it's amazing. We're 30 years later. We're talking about, as I said, communities that you never thought could come to Bay Street and make a difference.
That's right.
I mean, 30 years ago, if anyone had imagined that you would have a group from Andros come and do what was just done on Bay Street and have all of Rawson Square rocking the way they did, no one would have thought that was possible.
I was also impressed by the Lyford Cay International School.
Isn't it incredible?
Just amazing.
I mean, to see how inclusive Junior Junkanoo is, to see how it makes space for everyone. I mean, it's something that we should all feel good about. I think, notwithstanding all of the things we hear about Junkanoo, as we see today, Junkanoo is in good hands.
Yes, yes. Let's talk about ESSO's role in every year supporting Junior Junkanoo. Many of us don't realize the financial effort and toil it takes to put these parades together, but you manage to do it every year.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, we found something 32 years ago that was really close to this community that we have been a part of longer than any other energy company. We started here nearly 100 years ago. No one else has been here as long as we have. The Bahamas is our home, and we are so privileged to be able to serve this community. And so when you find something that is so important to the community you serve, and you've got so many units willing to come together and make this parade possible, then bringing the financial support is the easy thing to do. And we're really, really thankful for the ministries that are involved, the many schools that are involved, the coordinators, the parents, and most of all, the paraders. I mean, the Junkanooers, who are, you know, the future of this great cultural expression, do an incredible job at incentivizing us to do what we do.
What's the plan moving forward?
Well, the plan moving forward is to continue to be there. You know, we don't influence the way Junior Junkanoo goes.
I think we leave that for those who are skilled and appointed for that purpose. We just come along for the ride. We have the opportunity to afford our customers every year the potential to give through our pennies at the pump contribution. So all of our participating dealers every year, we give for a full month one penny from us, 1 penny from the dealers. With the amount of gallons we sell, that adds up to quite a bit. So more than $1 million contributed over 32 years.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Oh, a whole lot of money.
That's a whole lot of money. And we're glad to be able to do it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Keith Clinton, joining us on our broadcast this evening. He's a regional manager for Seoul Petroleum. He gets things done.
Yep.
This is the governor right here joining me tonight. What we're going to do is send it to Noble Preparatory Academy, from whence we came from then to now. They're performing live on Bay Street. This is the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade, Noble Preparatory Academy. Let's see the highlights and let's see them perform here tonight. This is the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. We're coming back in just a minute. Stay with us.
Let me take this off.
Welcome back to live coverage of the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. I'm Desmond Saunders, coming to you live from Bay Street, the site for this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. In just a few minutes, we're going to see the performance of the Falcons, Jordan Prince William Baptist School, the theme Bahamian historical events, and they're going to be on the Junkanoo timeline, giving us a great performance there, highlighting everything Bahamian. Melissa Knowles is on the floor. She's been in the thick of things all evening. Melissa, what's happening?
Hey, Desmond. Now, Desmond, I could not in good conscience walk past this young man right here after North Andros, or Andros, Mangrove Cay, I should say, put on such a performance. Now, Mr. Carlton Belleg, who is the Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Barry Islands, he's there, so he's representing all of Andros. Doesn't matter where it is, right? He just here because it's say Andros. So he showed up, and that's an awesome thing. Now, Mr. Belleg, you saw the performance? You heard the performance, right? So I know you here repping for every single family island, but more specifically Andros. Tell me how you feel about their performance.
It was great, and I think Andros got this one. I think we go in with this. It was good. We had the crowd rocking, actually.
Okay. So this is judge number 3, and that is what we sticking with, okay? So judge number 3 said Mangrove Cay. All of Andros win it, okay? So they carrying this back on the plane with them, and that's about it. Now, Desmond, in the background, they're getting ready to put on a wonderful performance for us. Is Jordan Prince William. So, of course, we're going to get in some of their music. It's back to you.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Well, I don't know. Mangrove Cay seems to be a crowd favorite. Crowd favorite for tonight so far. But anyway, we've got a number of schools participating, 21 schools to be exact. And in just a few minutes, Jordan Prince William School will showcase Bahamian historical events. Joining me on the broadcast, Anita Harris. She's representing Bimini, the Bimini chairperson for the Bimini Island Junior Junkanoo Group.
That's right.
Good night.
Good evening.
You're feeling great, and you're glad to be here, right?
Yes, I am, definitely.
This is Bimini's first time participating.
First time parading in the main parade here in Nassau.
How did you guys make it work?
Listen, we made it work. We had little resources. We had absolutely nothing, not even crepe paper.
Not even crepe paper?
Not even crepe paper.
Wow.
One committee member said to me, we can't do this. We had no way to paste. We had to use people's homes, and it was just one. But you know what? We're here. We're here. We didn't come to take a crowd because we really can't compete with the big guys, but it's an experience, memories, you know. So next season will be bigger and better, you know. But I want to send a big, big shout out to Jason William, my right-hand man, to Cole Paddle, who made it happen. Diamond and Corn. These guys really surrounded me. We made it happen.
You had 70 students participating?
70.
That's a lot. Wow.
Yes, that's a whole lot.
Wow.
Well, the two schools combined, the Bimini Primary School and the high school. So we really did it. And, you know, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture was really awesome. You know, nice hotel, good food, everything. So
Great
we just having a wonderful time. Wonderful time here.
Great job.
How did you think? How did we do?
You guys were awesome. You were great.
Thank you.
I always like to see the Family Island schools. Had an opportunity to spend a few days in Andros, and a number of teachers were just so excited about some of the Androsian students coming here to participate. So it's good to see the Family Island participation.
Definitely. We're just really excited. Okay, well, how do you feel about Bimini? How did you think Bimini did? You think
excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
So next time we get better.
The show's not over yet. The show's not finished quite yet. What we're going to do is see the performance of the Jordan Prince William Baptist School Bahamian historical events. Stay with us. telling you now. These school groups can rival any of those major groups, can stand toe-to-toe with any of those major groups that perform on Bay Street. I'm telling you that. It's true. Performance there by the Jordan Prince William Baptist School, highlighting Bahamian historical events, depicting Bahamian culture. A very great performance there by the Jordan Prince William School. The Falcons are back. Their second time performance here on Bay Street during the Junior Junkanoo Parade. Just tuning in, I'm Desmond Saunders, coming to you live Bay Street. This is the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. And what a performance there by the Jordan Prince William High School. And in just a few minutes, we're going to see the performance of the Preston Albury High School. So the show is going to get bigger, better, and more exciting, so you definitely want to stick around, all right? Joining me on the broadcast, Arnold Hasty. He's a Junkanooer from Hasty's SO, Blue Hill, Coconut Grove Avenue. He's been a dealer for 41 years at Junkanoo, as I said, and he's been active in the Yellow Elder community. Good night, sir. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm enjoying the parade.
I see that. I see that. Your impression so far?
My impressions for music, Mangrove Cay. Prince Will has good music and very good and good costume. I think so far I figure they're going to win. But for music, I'll go with Mangrove Cay.
All right, I know all of us have our favorites. I'm impressed with Lyford Cay. I was impressed with Mangrove Cay, Jordan Prince William. I have a lot of favorites here tonight.
Lyford Cay has the costume.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited and pleased with all of the performances so far. These kids have worked hard, putting in many long hours.
Yeah.
And we definitely have to applaud the teachers, the students, those at ESSO, those at the Ministry of Youth and Culture. Let's talk about your work in the Yellow Elder community. I understand that you've been working with the Yellow Elder Primary School Junkanoo group for a number of years.
Well, we haven't been in Junkanoo for a lot of time. Initially, we came out a couple of times. I called my principal this morning. I said, why aren't we in there? She said, well, I just reached. So give me a little time. So next year, watch for.
Definitely have to keep tabs on you guys.
Yes.
All right. What are some of the things that you've seen? What's the need as you work with some of the students? What are some of the needs? What are some of the concerns?
Well, Yellow Elder is a urban school, as you know, as one of the oldest schools. It's what, 1965 or something like that? I watched it, because I live across the street, so I watched it grow and build. Yellow Elder needed a lot of stuff. And my involvement came because I, like everyone else, complain about the education, don't do nothing about it at first. One day I decided, I'm just gonna go for it. So I went across the street, asked, how can I help? I saw they didn't, at that time, they didn't have much computers. I started donating a lot of computers. And then we needed the proper room, we needed air conditioning, blah, blah, blah. Then the computers needed repair. So I did all of that. Then the school board kicked in. And someone asked me, do you want to be in that? I said, I'm in for the long haul. So as long as I'm needed, I'm here. And I've been with the school board since its inception. And I've been chairman for a lot of years. And I don't think they're going to let me out of that.
Oh, no, they're not going to let you go.
No. They told me that. They said, as long as you're alive, you're chairman. We don't need no election. There are other people, you go for it.
Great work, and we're going to be talking with you just in a few more minutes of our broadcast. We're going to talk about some more work that you do with ESSO. ESSO is a title sponsor for this year's 32nd Annual Junior Junkanoo Parade. We've got an amazing group of young students that are going to be performing in just a few minutes. So what we're going to do is send it downtown, Bay Street, the city center, the site for this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. It is very lit. It's very lit. And we're going to see a performance now from the Preston Albury High School. talent of our young people being showcased here this evening. Bay Street, the site for this year's 32nd SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. And we're going to be connecting with Melissa Knowles. I know she's down there somewhere having a good time seeing the performances of these young, bright, intelligent young people here tonight. The Preston Albury High School, some great images, great performance by the Preston Albury High School Junior Junkanoo group. Their theme, Eleuthera welcomes Disney. We saw some Walt Disney characters. We saw symbols of culture, natural resources of the Bahamas. And so we have the Bahamas Elite Sports Academy. I believe this is their first time performing or participating in this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. So let's get some images and let's see the performance of the Bahamas Elite Sports Academy. It's lit. It's happening. It's live. The 32nd Annual Junior Junkanoo Parade here on Bay Street. We're coming back in a minute. Stay with us. Well, if you're just joining us, this is the 32nd Annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parades. The bleachers are empty. Many people are awaiting the results for the Junior Junkanoo Parade. 21 schools participating in this year's parade. Now, Melissa Knowles has been in the thick of things. She's a color commentator, and she's down on the floor. Melissa, what can you tell us?
Hey, thank you so very much, Desmond. And, of course, just as you said, everybody's pretty much leaving. You have a few persons who are hanging around because they want to know what the results now are. So I have two persons here who are very important to this entire process, two co-chairs from the National Junkanoo Committee. We have Kishleen Smith and we have Dr. Dwight Marshall. Good evening. How are you guys?
Good evening. Good evening, Bahamas.
Great.
Wow. You got to tell me what part you played in all of this. How'd you pull it off?
Well, teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work, and the dream really worked tonight again. We are the co-chairs of the National Junkanoo Committee, and we were responsible for the judges, for the parade management, for the actual flow of the parade, and for the tabulation. And so this is our second year now in this capacity in terms of it being back on Bay Street, where we have organized the parade where it began on time. This evening it began a few minutes later because of the traffic delay, but we still were able to catch up with that time because we made certain that our Grand Marshal knew that we had a roster, and we informed the schools ahead of time that we'd like to have a free flow parade. And we'd like to congratulate all of the schools, all of the participants, the teachers, the administrators, everybody who helped, because we couldn't have done it without them. We couldn't have done it without the support of our team members on the National Junkanoo Committee and our fellow partners. And so we're extremely appreciative because, as you can see, it's not even 10, it's a little after 10 p.m. and our parade is concluded. We had a successful parade. It flowed smoothly, incident-free. Everybody, you saw the bleachers. the bleachers were completely full to capacity. And what's good about it is we have, again, restored energy and restored willingness of that understanding that all is not lost with Junkanoo. Junkanoo is here to stay, and we're very, very happy to know that we had a part in it.
Now, Dr. Marshall, just as she said, listen, this was a seamless parade. It flowed, right? So from your take, everything from the music, the performance, the schools, what can you say? What's your take on the parade?
Junkanoo is alive and well, you know. Anybody trying to talk about the death of Junkanoo, you know, they should have been there tonight to see it. And it seems like every year since we've been co-chairs of this organization, it's been getting better. We thought we would outdo what we did last year, but this is awesome. And what's good about it is it seems like it's a totally different lineup. So we know Junkanoo is alive and well on the islands. We've seen with Preston Albury. We've seen, you know, and schools in the past like Forest Heights and Topham Bay. They've already, you know, they turn on a gauntlet every year. So that's a challenge to these schools in Nassau. They're putting in work, and they come into Nassau, and they're not playing. These are real Junkanoo groups. Yes.
I couldn't put it better myself. The thing is to not sleep on these family island schools. You can't sleep on them at all. We had a fabulous parade. Of course, it's back to you, Desmond.
Yes, definitely, Melissa. We can't sleep on the Family Island schools. I'm very impressed with Family Island participation, and let me tell you, the Family Island schools came out in full force, making a great showing here on Bay Street during this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. Joining me on the broadcast this evening, George Cartwright. He's a dealer with Esso dealer, petroleum dealer, 15 years at Wolf Road and Montrose Avenue. And you've been active with Junior Junkanoo yourself, dealing with the government high school. Let's talk about your involvement.
Yes, good evening, Bahamas. I was, one time ago, run the Esso service station in Oaksfield. And we had what they call the Adopt the School program. And the whole format behind it was that you adopted a school in the neighborhood of your service station. And I went above and beyond, I'd like to say. I always say it because I used to go in the shacks with the guys. One time, me and the art teacher, Mr. Clyde, we actually slept in the shack, paced in overnight. We would go out and get, I would go out and get extra sponsors, because make sure that when we came out on Bay to win. We really came out on Bay to win. At one year, we bought almost the entire school out. We had jitney buses bringing the dancers and the participants, and we had trucks and trailers. And one time we had the whole of George Street blocked up with trailers with costumes. We'd be out there till late in the night, early in the morning. I'd have to go drop these kids home. And we just used to have a good time. And
that's really some dedication. How do we get other business-minded persons like yourself? How do we get entrepreneurs and those in the corporate community to have that same drive and spirit that you have for this program?
I think you need to, well, first off, you got to get a company like Soul Petroleum now who is committed to the development of our culture. That's number one. And then you have to have good dealers like we have who feed into that program. And we know that, especially with Junior Junkanoo, that Junior Junkanoo is the feeder base for Senior Junkanoo, for Boxing Day and for New Year's. The Vola Francis and those are not going to live forever, so we got to start developing those guys. And I think that was the whole mindset behind the development of the start of Junior Junkanoo 30-something years ago. Okay, and we have followed it, and we're actually very proud to be the major sponsor of Junior Junkanoo.
As you look at some of the spectacular performances, a great showing here by Family Island schools and schools locally here in the capital. What needs to happen now? How do we take Junior Junkanoo to the next level?
Commitment. I think we need to get be very committed, and more particularly, I think we need to let the schools in Nassau, like you saw tonight, know that schools on the Family Islands are for real. When I used to come out of, with Government High back in the day, you didn't have much Family Island schools because it was so expensive to bring them. They're now, we have found ways to get them here. And we always said back then that when they did come, we were going to start having real competition. Okay, it's like I like to compare it to like when you have in the nationals in track and field. It's getting to that thing, and it's real good. It's real good camaraderie for the young kids to know that and let them know that we're all Bahamians.
That's right, and I'm sure the folks at SO, they're proud of you and your work. George Cartwright, and you've been doing some great work with Government High School. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And I hope to see you back here next year.
We'll be both here.
Yes.
We'll be right there.
All the best. Thank you very much. We're going to continue. We're waiting for the results. Yes, patiently waiting for the results. And the results are going to be final tonight.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be final. Ain't no controversy here.
No controversy. No deliberation. No extra deliberations.
Ain't no calling back a month later and say, this is the official results.
Hey, this is Junior Junkanoo. And what we're going to do is take a break and be back for continuing coverage of the 32nd SO Junior Junkanoo Parade back in a minute. Stay with us. We're on the final leg of our broadcast this evening, the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade here on Bay Street. The bleachers are empty. Everybody's leaving, heading out. It's been a wonderful parade so far. Melissa, everybody's waiting for the results, and the results are going to be final.
Yes, they said they're on the way. Final results. No questions asked. No, what is it? IRC, they were saying none of that is needed, tonight. So after tonight's results, I think they were tallying along the way. So after the results tonight, that's it, Desmond.
That's it. Mm-hmm. You've had a chance to speak to some of the groups and in preparation for the broadcast.
Yes.
You had an opportunity as well to go into some of the schools. So what are you gathering so far this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade?
Well, what I'm noticing is that more and more private schools, I guess so you can call them, they're becoming more active in the parade. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes we tend to think that, maybe a school like Lyford Cay, won't feel Junkanoo, or perhaps they don't feel Junkanoo the way we do. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason we think that. And the opportunity to visit with the school, they had a shack.
They had a shack.
Yes, they had a shack, right? So they were using the music room as the shack. We went into the shack, and I can tell you, down to fourth graders, fifth graders on whatever free period they had, if it was probably a class where they had an elective, they were working on their pieces. And so if you look at these pieces, you can see the fringe. It's really fluffy. So it's an old school Junkanoo kind of pasting. And so I found students in there working on their costumes. Now, what I can tell you is that for the most part, like Miss Taylor, Elizabeth Taylor, who is one of the music teachers, what she said to me is that they had grandparents come in, they had parents come in, to help the students put their pieces together. And so the pieces that you saw earlier tonight, those kids worked tirelessly.
Melissa, we're going to get a better understanding of what you're talking about right now, because we took our cameras to Lyford Cay, and we were able to get some images, so check this out.
We are very excited. We have had our entire community taking part in the preparation for this parade. I mean, parents, grandparents, faculty, and students, just everybody on hand to ensure that the costumes are ready to go. The musicians, the dancers, everybody has been practicing. Even on Sundays, students have been coming to campus to practice.
We've been practicing a lot, and I am ready for it.
We are very hopeful of our standing in the parade. We've won the parade in our category twice before, and so we're hoping to repeat that this year.
Just remember that it might be a competition, but that's what Junkanoo is for. It's a feeling, and all you have to do is have fun, and it'll come to you.
Is for us something that we're very excited about. We have a smaller school, so we have less students to choose from, but we've kind of corralled our students, especially those who play the brass instruments, to play with us just so that we have a bigger sound. We have very good drummers, as you can hear. We have students who love the drums. They have their tom-toms, their own personal tom-toms and cowbells, but we really want to have that Junkanoo sound along with the brass.
I think it's going to be an amazing experience for the young and the young at heart, because our theme is focused on video games, past and present. So for some of us who may have played a Sega Genesis or PlayStation 1 decades ago, we'll see some of the games that we would have played on those systems, as well as the modern day games like Angry Birds and those that the kids are used to playing on the cell phone. We'll have a variety of characters represented in the parade, from the dancers as well as the off-the-shoulder costumes. You're going to see some of those. So everybody will have some memories that will be brought back to the forefront.
We are coming ready. We are coming to win. We have been preparing all year. We have been putting in a lot of hours, and our students are ready to go out there and put on the show of their lives.
Well, Melissa, there you have it. Lyford Cay International School. Let the Games Begin, a tribute to video games, past and present. Wonderful performance by the Lyford Cay International School. We've had some great performances from all of the schools, 21 to be exact. Any favorites? Any personal favorites tonight?
Well,
that's a difficult one.
Listen, it not only is it difficult, right, but we're not supposed to say who our favorites are, right? But I'm going to keep that. But I would say for me, that is a mixture. So I took a little of everything from each school that I saw. So, what I loved about, let's say, Mangrove Cay, it may be something different that I liked about Preston Albury, and I took something else from Lyford Cay and something else from Noble Prep and Atlantic High. So, it's just a number of things.
Well, the Noble Preparatory Academy, one of those groups that stood out to me. Of course, I enjoyed all of the performances, but Noble Preparatory Academy, there was something just magical about that group.
Yes, and the thing that I love about schools like Noble Prep, it's a very, very, very small campus, a very small school. As a matter of fact, you'll probably find them in the plaza upstairs. Base Road, everybody refers to it as Base Road Plaza, right? So it's a very small school. And so with schools that small, you would find that they have about 95% participation, and so they get everybody in there and everyone is in on it. And so we had a chance to visit the school. They practice on Christie Park, which would be across from the plaza. And so they had a wonderful practice. Like I said, it's a really small school, but you find that everyone gets in on the practice, and so we had the opportunity to visit them and go into their shacks to see what they were preparing.
And yes, we had the cameras there, and they rolled the cameras. The cameras were there. And so here's the presentation of Noble Preparatory Academy.
We're ready. 1, 2, 3. Roll, baby, roll. We're small, but we're mighty. We're the
the Spartans. So, you know, we coming out there to take it all up on Bay Street. We're coming in first.
I'm just here for the energy, you know, to liven up the atmosphere, get all my classmates and all my former student body and stuff involved to get the place hyped, you know. To Bay Street, we're bringing energy, colors, liveliness, you know, we're just gonna have the place crazy. It's really gonna be a show. And we hope you guys are prepared, you know, come with your best, because we coming at y'all. We just gonna let y'all know it's gonna be a show for sure.
We have a lot of energy to waste, man. So we have to know what we're going to encounter at Bay Street. Saying the time period, how it's long, we have to make sure we have enough energy to finish it up and stay strong.
The spectators can expect to be blown away by our dancers.
Well, last year was our first time presenting in Junior Junkanoo, and we placed basically very well, and we actually won Best Banner. You can expect a whole lot of surprises.
Well, I'm getting word that the results, I'm getting word that the results are in. What we're going to do is send it to Mr. Higgins, who's the... Well, the results are in. Let's hear the results for this year's parade.
And most importantly, above all, we cannot forget our title sponsor, Soul Petroleum Bahamas Limited. Let's give them a hand, please. And so without further ado, because I know you don't want to hear from me, I'll turn the mic over now to our Grand Marshal, Mr. Gary Super Johnson, who will announce the winners for the 2020 Soul Petroleum Junior Junkanoo Parade. Super?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is the results, the final results, and like Higgins said, the results are final. Best Banner in 5th place with 16.80 points, 1-on-1. Preschool, this is the preschool category, folks. And in 4th place, Best Banner with 18.70 points, Little Talent. And in 3rd place with 21.0, Refresher Development Center. In the 2nd place with 21.60 points, 2x2. And in 1st place with 25.20 points, Big Apple. Best Music in 5th place with 11.9 points, 2x2. In 4th place with 14 points, Refresher. And in 2nd place with 16.8 points, Big Apple on 101. It's a tie for 2nd place. And in 1st place with 17.5 points, Little Talent. Best choreography. In 5th place, 2x2 with 13.30 points. In 4th place with 21.70 points, Little Talent. In 3rd place with 23.1 point, Refresher. In 2nd place with 29.4 points, 1-on-1. And in 1st place, Big Apple with 30.10 points. Best overall school. In 5th place with 46.80 points, 2x2. In 4th place with 57.90 points, Little Talent. In 3rd place with 58.10 points, Refresher. In 2nd place with 63 points, 1-on-1. And in 1st place with 72 points, 72.10 points, Big Apple. Those are your results for the preschool, folks. The primary. And now to the primary school division. Best Banner in 4th place, the Wine Heritage with 5 points. In 3rd place, TG Glover, 6.80 points. In 2nd place, First Step 7 points. And in first place, MDI with 7.20 points. Marjorie Davis Institute, 7.20 points. Best music, place, Divine Heritage with 8.89 points. In third place, Marjorie Davis with 12 points. In second place, T.G. Glover with 15 points. And in first place, First Step with 21 points. Best choreography. In fourth place, with 4 points, Divine Heritage. In third place, Marjorie Davis, 4.80 points. In second place, T.G. Glover with 6 points. And in first place, First Step with 9.40 points. Best off the shoulder. In fourth place with 2.33 points, Divine Heritage. In third place, T.G. 5 points. And Marjorie Davis with 6.60 points. And in first place with 8 points, First Step. Best free dancer. In fourth place, 0.11 points, Divine Heritage. In second place, Marjorie Davis, T.G. Glover for tie with 2.90 points. And in first place with 4.20 points, First Step. Best group costume. In fourth place, 11.50 points, Divine Heritage. In third place, Marjorie Davis with 12.78 points. And in second place, T.G. Glover with 15.50 points. And in first place, First Step with 22 points. Best overall school. In fourth place with 40.73 points, Divine Heritage. In third place with 54.98 points, Marjorie Davis. In second place, 61.70 points, and in first place with 85.1 point, First Step. In the all-age category, Best Banner in fifth place, Bimini with 4.4 points. In fourth place, Atlantic with 4.80 points. And in third place, Discovery with 5.40 points. In second place, Bahamas Elite with 7.2 points. And in first place, Lyford Cay with 9.80 points. Best Music. In fifth place, Bahamas Elite with 10.50 points. In fourth place, Discovery with 12.78 points. In third place, Bimini District with 13 points. In second place, Atlantic with 15.50 points. And in first place, Lyford Cay with 21 points. Best Choreography. In fifth place, Bahamas Elite with 3 points. In fourth place, Discovery Learning Center with 3 points. In third place, Bimini Oil District with 3.40 points. In second place, Atlantic with 5.80 points. And in first place, Lyford Cay with 8.60 points. Best off the shoulder. In fifth place, Bimini Oil District with 2.40 points. In fourth, Discovery with 4 points. In third, Bahamas Elite with 4.40 points. In second, Atlantic with 5.20 points. And in first place, Lyford Cay with 9.20 points. Best Free Dancer. In fifth place, Bahamas Elite with 2.10 points. In fourth place, Bimini District with 2.20 points. In third place, Discovery with 2.30 points. In second place, Atlantic with 2.80 points. And in first place, Lyford Cay with 3.80 points. Best Group Costume. Tied for fourth, Bimini District and Bahamas Elite with 9.50 points. In third place, Discovery, 10.50 points. In second, Atlantic, 11.50 points. And in first place, with 23.50 points, Lyford Cay. Best overall group. In fifth place, Bahamas Elite with 42.60 points. In fourth place, Bimini District with 44.71 points. In third place, Discovery, 47.38 points. In second place, Atlantic, 56.50 points. And in first place, with 89.6 points, Lyford Cay. And now for the big boys in the senior division. Best banner. Mangrove Cay District in fourth place with 4.80 points. This is the best banner. In third place, Jordan Prince William with 6.60 points. And in second place with 7.20 points, Noble Preparatory. In first place, Preston Albury with 9 points. Best music. In fourth place, Jordan Princeville, 18.37 points. And in third place, Noble Preparatory, 18.89 points. In second place, Preston Albury, 23 points. And in first place, Mangrove Cay with 25.50 points. Best choreography. In fourth place, Noble Academy, 6.60 points. Mangrove Cay in third place, 7.20 points. And in second place, Jordan Princeville, 8.20 points. And in first place, Preston Albury, 9.60 points. Best off the shoulder. Mangrove Cay in fourth place with 3.40 points. In third place, Jordan Princeville with 4 points. In second place, Noble Academy, 5.80 points. And in first place with 9 points, Preston Albury. Best free dancer. Best free dancer in fourth place with 2.90 points, Noble Academy. In third place with 3.50 points, Mangrove Cay. In second place with 3.80 points, Jordan Princeville. And in first place with 4.40 points, Preston Albury. Best group costume. Best group costume tie for third. Mangrove Cay and Jordan Princeville with 13 points. In second position, Noble Academy, 15.50 points. And in first place, Preston Albury with 23 points. Best overall school. In fourth place, Jordan Princeville with 63.77 points. In third place, Noble Academy, 65.64 points. In second place, Mangrove Cay All-Age School, 67.10 points. And ladies and gentlemen, first place with 92.30 points, all the way from Elutra, Preston Albury.
Thank you, and that concludes our 2020 parade.
Well, there you have it, the results for this year's 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. Melissa, let's crunch those numbers. What do you think?
Wow, okay. So we're looking at the preschool division. So are we going just overall winner here?
Yeah,
the preschool
let's
division,
go the
okay.
overall.
So Big Apple Academy for the preschool division. When we move to the primary school division, you have First Steps sweeping most of the categories. We moved to the all-age school. And, of course, once again, Lyford Cay, I think, swept all except won, but for the most part, they took the majority of the categories. So the Lyford Cay International School for the all-age school category. And, of course, you have the senior school category, which was all over the place. This was some tough competition here.
It was tough.
But at the end of it all, Preston Albury is taking their trophy back to Eleuthera. And so it's something we've been saying all night. Don't sleep on the Family Island schools. It's something you absolutely can't do.
I'm really impressed with the Family Island participation.
Yes.
I'm just coming back from Andros, had an opportunity to speak to some of the teachers there. They were all excited about coming to Nassau and participating in this year's parade. So the Junior Junkanoo program continues to evolve, continues to expand.
It is growing. And if I can say, I think they refer to that as the Southern District between Andros and Bimini. 450 students. We're not talking chaperones, parents, and whoever else wanted to come along. 450 students. Between those
tremendous.
Two islands, yes.
That's tremendous. And despite Dorian and its impact, we've had a great showing out here this evening. A number of schools participating, 21 to be exact. And so we continue to expand. We continue to evolve forward, upward, onward, Bahamas. That's going to do it for our broadcast. So glad that you can tune in and join in with us here this evening. It's the 32nd annual SO Junior Junkanoo Parade. On behalf of our entire team, Melissa Knowles including, thank you so much for tuning in. Good night.